Hey everybody, we're back. It's episode 63, and this is another date night episode where we are making something really divine at home for a fraction of the cost of going out, because going out isn't what it used to be, so we can do this. We got it.
I'm just going to alert everybody that grunting in the background is the dogs fighting. Yeah. I'm not grunting behind the camera.
They're having their own little MMA thing going on. I'm not against it.
It's a jiu-jitsu takedown over there.
Ceviche is fish, or seafood, cooked in acid. It's the lime juice and the rice wine vinegar and some other things that actually cook the fish in the solution. And it's always served cold. In this case, because it's a date night episode, I don't want to make anything that's really hard or super challenging. We are using a pre-cooked shrimp. And so we're putting the dressing on it and letting it sit there for a while to marinate. It's going to be super delicious. But the shrimp is fully cooked, and you don't have to worry about, is it cooked, is it raw, did it sit there long enough? We're taking all the complications out of it. And this one is really not a whole ton of measuring. I'm going to throw a lot of ingredients into a bowl. It really doesn't matter a whole bunch if you got all of the measurements exact. This is one of those where you can do a little of this and a little of that and a little of this and a sprinkle of that and taste it till, see what you think, and pretty sure you're going to be pretty spot on. It's not hard. So,
and what are you doing with is it wontons or is that later?
Yeah, the wonton chips. Okay. We'll get into that in a second.
Okay.
I bought pre-cooked shrimp. It's already peeled. It's already got the tails off.
Is that my favorite Costco pre-cooked shrimp?
Probably. I don't know. I didn't know this episode was about her.
Patricia. It is about me. It is about me.
I got this much shrimp. It's already cooked. It's delicious. We're gonna put together.
You go away for a week, and the director comes back, and she's just filled with the need to talk.
Like it's called the Patricia Show.
It's not.
I heated up some oil. I got some wontons for some chips for my ceviche that I would be eating alone. I heated up my oil.
Can you explain wonton chips to me?
Not to you.
Okay.
No.
Can you
to the other people?
Can you explain it to the other people? Who I speak for, by the way. I speak for the trees.
These are wontons. Get them in the Asian grocery aisle. These are refrigerated, so wherever the refrigerated stuff in the Asian grocery aisle is in your grocery store, I go to the Chinese market on Washtenaw, and you get a block of them. You can put them in the freezer to keep them. They're usually refrigerated. They have rice flour in between them so that they sort of come apart nice and easy. Usually two of them are always sticking together like that.
Okay.
Heated my oil to 350 degrees. I'm not even really measuring. What I do is I tear off a little bit and I see if it bubbles right away and comes to the top, and if my oil is not smoking. If my oil is smoking, I'm way above 350 degrees and I need to turn it down. If it is dancing around in there with my little air bubbles like it just did, and it's not smoking, I'm around 350 degrees. If I drop it in there and it sinks to the bottom and there's no air bubbles going on, I'm under 350 and I need to wait a minute to bump the oil up. So that's how you work with hot oil without a thermometer in the pot all the time. And I do want to get that little bugger out of there.
I like that little fry thing that you have.
The
fry
spider basket?
Yeah. Is that what you call it? Is a spider basket?
It's a spider basket, and you get those also at the market. So I'm going to do a few chips. Don't want to crowd your fryer, so I'm going to put in like 4 or 5 at a time. See, that was 2 stuck together. You little stinker.
It's going to be extra good.
Under the oil. These take literally a couple seconds to fry.
I should look at it, but I'm not sure if I can get in there and
see, they got all bubbly.
See what you did. Yep. You're just dipping it in the oil.
And you want to pull them out before they're the color that you want as a chip on the plate, because they get a little darker sitting there.
Okay.
Like they're still frying for an extra second.
And you just pop those on a plate with paper towels?
Yeah.
Cool.
So now I'm going to turn this down. I did make enough before we started the show. That's just how we fry our chips.
Can I ask one other question? Is that canola oil?
Yeah.
Okay. Is that your standard oil that you fry in?
For deep frying, it is. It doesn't bring any flavor to the ingredient and to what I'm frying, and it's cheaper.
Okay.
And that has a good smoking point that's above 350 degrees. Okay, now we're gonna make the liquid that our shrimp is going to go in. It's our acid. that would normally be cooking the shrimp if it were raw. We're gonna use lime juice, pineapple juice, a little bit of banana juice, and some rice wine vinegar. I'm gonna juice 2 limes that I already cut in half. This is a really, really great summer dish because aside from frying those chips, and I think if you look around, you might be able to buy them and not have to fry them. And that way,
could you use any other kind of like pre-made chip?
well, as I'm saying, I think you might be able to buy the fried wontons.
Oh, okay. But would like tortilla chips or anything, would that be the wrong flavor?
I think so, but it's done.
Okay.
You could do it. Like I said, I'm not out to make date night hard.
I'm just thinking it's not something I normally, as kind of a not very fancy cook, would have. But I would be more likely to have some sort of tortilla chip.
It wouldn't be my pick, but you could do it.
I do know these are very light and crispy.
Yes. Juice of 2 limes. This is the pineapple juice from 1 can of pineapple. Again, not making it tough. Not asking you to carve up a pineapple. I just drained the can, put some of it in here. I still have some left over. I'm gonna set, I want banana juice and rice wine vinegar.
What's banana juice?
It's Lusa banana juice.
I had no...
We're going a little Caribbean, man.
I had no idea there was such a thing in the world.
Yes, and it's really, really good. It's amazing. If bananas actually tasted like that, I would eat them all the time.
But how do you
don't.
juice a banana? Like, I just feel
I don't
all
know.
of this
I have people for that. The
confusing.
Lusa people. I call my Lusas. I'm like, hey, did you make my banana juice? And they're like, yeah, we got a bottle here for you.
juice.
I am measuring this because it comes out of the bottle. It's so weird with this little stopper on it. I'm gonna put in 2 tablespoons just so I don't end up dumping the whole thing in here. I'm gonna go with 3 tablespoons. Very precise.
Delicious.
Smells good already. Okay. Now, we made it sweet, sour, and tangy. A little more of the sweet stuff. Now we're gonna make it a little spicy.
Banana juice.
Pour and count to 4. 2, 3, 4. Save that for some cocktails.
And do you get that at like the Mexican market? I've never seen any place that carries something called banana juice.
That's a good question. I got it at Eastern Market. I've
Okay.
always gotten it at Eastern Market. I want to think that you could get it at the Mexican market.
Okay.
I want to think that you could. I'm going to say sure. 1 green Thai chili, sliced very thin. I don't know what that was.
We're gonna put you on fast forward as you slice.
Okay. Okay, we're back. I minced up that little Thai chili and then I did 2 scallions, green onions. These guys, just 2 of them, greens and the whites. And then I minced up just a little fistful of cilantro, and that's sitting right here. I'm going to mince a little bit of ginger. I really don't need a lot because we're only making enough for that much shrimp. So it's maybe a teaspoon of ginger, half a teaspoon at best. You could take a spoon and scrape.
Oh, I've seen you do this before, and this was life-changing for me to figure out how to do ginger more effectively.
There, and just peels that skin off. That little papery stuff. Boop, 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 boop. Okay. And I'm only using a tiny bit, so I only need a couple of what I call coins. 2 coins. And now I'm going to cut those into tiny strips. Very tiny as I can. And then I'm going to turn the tiny strips and turn this into a very tiny dice. The tiniest dice you can make.
The smallest dice on a day when it was particularly small.
Okay, now you've seen me do this with garlic, and I'm going to do it after I chop it with ginger. That bruises it so that it tenderizes it so that you get a bite of it. It's already a little minced up even more.
That's such a
good
great...
wallop. Sticks to the knife really nicely too. Picks it up off your board. Look at that.
There you go.
right
like
into our
you-
liquid.
It's like you know what you're doing.
Now I'm gonna take the shrimp. I had this plastic board out because I'm gonna put seafood on it. Otherwise I would have just been cutting on the bamboo board. Our beautiful, beautiful shrimp. All I'm going to do is chop this up into about 3 pieces per shrimp and put it right back in this bowl. This liquid that settled at the bottom because they were frozen, I'm gonna toss that in the sink. We don't need that. Okay. We can go to fast forward for this too.
All right, we'll be back in a minute.
Okay, I just chopped up all that shrimp, took 1 piece, made 2 cuts into it, so I had turned 1 shrimp into 3 pieces. I'm taking this liquid that we mixed together of all our fruit juice and our rice wine vinegar. I'm pouring it over the shrimp. And we're gonna give that 10 minutes to just...
Does the acid actually cook the shrimp some
yes.
more?
Yes, it does. It would cook it from raw if we left it in there in the
Long enough.
refrigerator for a couple of hours. Absolutely. Sometimes, depending on how thin you slice the seafood, it can cook it instantly when it's thin enough. Yes, so it does. What else we got to put in there? We're gonna throw in our pineapple. That's what we need to do. Now I'm gonna dress the plate. A lot of ceviches have avocado tossed into them. I don't want to toss the avocado in because it gets all kind of bashed up. I'm gonna put it on the plate. Then we're gonna put the ceviche over it. Plate. It's a pretty plate. So, I don't know if I've showed you how to cut an avocado.
Oh, no, you
The
haven't.
Duke way. It's a thing. I don't have a garbage can, so I thunk.
So it's gonna get messy.
So I cut a slice into it in the bottom.
Okay.
I spin the avocado around while keeping the knife going
Even.
the same direction. Twist, comes apart. One's got the pit, one doesn't. I pinch it from the end. Take my knife, give it a thunk, twist
Yeah, baby.
it, pit comes out.
That's amazing.
Now, when I do it at the restaurants, there's a garbage can next to me, and I thunk the knife really hard on the side, and the pit pops off, and then I can keep right on going, doing like 200 more, because we always make guac fresh. But you just need to pinch that off of the knife. Yeah, see, you gotta thunk it on the side of the garbage can,
There you go.
and then throw it out. Okay, now what do we do from here? I cut these in my hand with my knife. You can use something a little less vicious if this makes you crazy. Like, for instance, just a little steak knife, a little serrated thing. You can feel the knife on the other side of the avocado skin, and I just draw a line. Avocado is like nature's butter, so it goes through nice and smooth. And I just draw lines. I can feel that I've gone all the way to the bottom without going through it, not even once. Take a tablespoon, stick it in, go underneath all of your pretty slices, come up the other side.
Oh, beautiful. That's super fancy.
Then you nicely cut an avocado.
Super
Do the same to
fancy.
the other side. I'm gonna take the pit out of this. Again, this is the top of the avocado, it's the bottom of the avocado. I'm gonna lay it on its side. That goes in, keep the knife still. It's the avocado that spins around. Twist,
Makes total sense.
pinch the end, thunk, twist,
And you're out.
and get it off there.
I know it's really a cliche, but avocado is one of my favorite foods.
It is pretty cliche nowadays. You say it's really good on toast. I'm throwing it at you.
No, I do things like bake egg inside of it.
It's very good for you. It's very good for your skin. All the omega-3s, all the things. It's nice.
And it's going to be delicious with shrimp and all of the sweetness of the pineapple, I think.
Yes.
That's going to be a lovely taste sensation.
So making a nice little bed of avocado that we will put all of the ceviche over the top.
Mm-hmm.
Almost there. There we go.
And the dogs are circling. They like the smell of whatever you have going on.
They're like wet sea creatures thawing in a bowl.
They know if they somehow sit at your feet, occasionally there's a little droplet.
Okay. Good enough.
Beautiful.
Okay. Now we have our ceviche. I need a slotted spoon to get that out, which isn't right here. They're over there. Be right back.
Where did she go? She went off camera.
Making slotted
She
spoon
made a lot of noise off camera. And now she's back.
No idea. So we're gonna use these guys.
Okay.
Those over.
Mmm. I feel like that character from The Good Place. I like shrimp. Look at how gorgeous that is.
It's really lovely. It is very refreshing. It is great for a party, but it's really great for date night.
I
Super
feel
easy.
like it's super easy, but that kind of fanciness. If you're trying to woo your beloved with food, this is the way. This is the way to do it. Yeah, that looks great.
I have my minced orange bell pepper, minced green pepper, that Thai chili, and the scallions in there. I'm just going to start all over here.
We're gonna get in a little closer to see how pretty that is. It makes a lovely looking dish.
Beautiful. The whole thing. All of this is going on. Slotted spoon would have been so much nicer.
This makes you look fancy though.
I'm
Like
serving
you know
a
what
big
you're
shrimp
doing.
turkey. Okay. That's good enough for that. I do want to dribble a little of this on. So
Imagine it would keep the avocado from going.
Yeah, it does. It does. Cilantro all over the top.
Mmm.
And because I had them left over from the other night, I have fresh bean sprouts from the Chinese market. Doesn't even have anything really to
That
do with
is
the dish
like
other
the
than they're fresh and they're crispy and crunchy and I love them. So I put them on. You can totally
Fanciest
skip that
summer
part.
salad ever invented. It's gorgeous.
This with our chippy chips. If these are too crumbly, you can just crumble them and put them as crunchies on the top. Everything works. It is delicious. I am getting in on this with my avocado spoon.
I was gonna say, can I just have one taste?
You get a taste when you get a taste.
Chef is hard on me. I can't tell you whether it's good or not because Chef hasn't given me some.
I don't know who you're dating, but they better like this because I love it. Dang it, that's delicious. See you Thursday for episode 64.
Beautiful.
Bye.
Bye.